Hey, it's Buddy Lee. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we're looking at War 8 of Season 33, and we're playing ISO 8. They banned Tigra, so I'm using Omega and Warlock. Now, I'm missing my first two fights in Section 1. I took Path 2 against Killmonger and iHulk, and then I got to this Node 20 ManThing fight. But when I clipped this fight from the full recording, I actually saved this version and it overwrote the full video. I got the solos on those fights, and they weren't too eventful, so we'll just pick up here. So the idea with Omega taking this fight is to really slow play it. Once you hit ManThing 10 times, he'll get an armor buff, and then hitting him can apply shock debuffs. ManThing also has hit counter fury, so the shock can get really out of hand if he builds up too many furies. We lock in a degen with 18 spores, and things are going fine at this point. But I'm gonna mistime a heavy here slightly too early and miss reapplying the degen, so our spores and damage drop off. Now ManThing's attack rating is so high that these two shocks are doing a number on my health, and at a certain point I just decide I have to go for it. Now ManThing's attack rating is so high that these two shocks are doing a number on my health, and at a certain point I just decide I have to go for it. I revived and finished him off, and now we're going to take Mixmaster Node 23 Nick Fury. We're gonna do medium light short combos and lock in spores with heavy, and try not to repeat any actions to trigger the Mixmaster. We also want to shell up with block when not attacking to prevent Fury from throwing his SP1 and building tactical charges. I was a little slow on the dex, and I lose my invulnerability charges on Fury's heavy. It actually doesn't work out too badly though, because we get some extra bleed time to stack spores. For the rest of this fight, we'll be trying to maintain the spores the best we can. I lock in the spores one more time and that'll pretty much do it. I do throw my SP3 to see if we can get a little healing to end the fight, but it takes him out. Now we're on to Section 2, Path 1, which just has this one fight being this Hulkbuster. We go ahead and boost and activate a tech power back boost for this one. Hulkbuster is an unstoppable armor global defender, so we need to be careful for that, and he's going to place shock on us from his armor buffs, which Warlock doesn't counter, and that's a big reason I use the tech power boost to try to end this fight quickly. I throw Warlock's SP2, and this gives quite a bit of extra power back, though I'm looking at my health and it's going down much quicker than I anticipated, so I want to get out of here before anything can go wrong. We do get the solo, but that fight was very uncomfortable with all the unavoidable shock damage we took, especially since I just had my first death of the season. Next up is the Civil Warrior fight, and I'll be using Omega Red for this. It has Chitinous Thorns, so for every armor up buff, Civil Warrior places a bleed when struck. Omega has 90% bleed resistance, so I go into this fight thinking it won't be too bad. So we're getting a ton of bleeds and they don't do too much damage, however together they're actually cutting into us a lot, and we're going to have to really try to reduce our hits landed. We land this heavy when he has 9 armor buffs, and that puts 18 bleeds on us. We did lock in 27 spores, so I'm just hoping that he dies before we do. So after this fight, I'm thinking that I really wasn't happy with my assignments for this war, but I still only died to that one ManThing fight, which was due to my own mistake, but I was stressed out after these. Alright, here's my last fight against this missing in action Black Panther Civil War mini-boss, and it's safe to say that my stress has not ended yet for this war. So I'm trying to play this approaching falter, and I found out that I can't land my heavy in between Black Panthers, and then I kinda panic and use my SP1, causing my spores to be consumed. I should have just waited it out. And throughout this fight, I keep losing track of that falter. I get pinned against the wall, and it's not the worst thing since we're still doing damage, and I eventually am able to land a heavy for the degen. Now I try to land another heavy as the falter expires, and we get another one right away, so we miss and then take a full combo. We are still alive though, and if we can dance around on the wall, we will get out of this one. So somehow we escaped this war with only one death. I did ruin my perfect season, which was pretty disappointing. On the bright side though, we won this war against ISO 8 on time, with both alliances giving up 5 deaths. So super close, and I'm glad that I didn't give up any more deaths than just the one. Well, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.